It's been 2.5 years since Takagi-san 2 began to air, and a new season inevitably comes with a first impression series. Do I have better quality images? You bet your bottom dollar I've got better quality images. No more trawling YouTube for scene uploads for me. Do I have dozens of videos worth of extra analytical experience? You wager your wobbly bits I have more analytical experience. This should give me a better sense of what to look for in these coming episodes. Do I have a name that isn't a mouthful and a half? Damn it, I knew I forgot something. Well, too late to rebrain now, so here is Takagi-san Season 3 First Impressions Episode 1. The show with a long-winded name and even longer-winded gushing about this wholesome little teen rom-com. Episode 1 was a hell of a ride. It started with what looked like a straightforward adaptation of Chapter 103, Grip Strength. I have to get used to the fact that I was wrong about a lot in my predictions video, but I gotta admit, I was initially disappointed that this shot in particular wasn't a dream adaptation. But oh boy, was I wrong about being wrong. But before I found out about how wrong I was about being wrong, I got a look at the new OP. I was expecting to dislike it at first and have it grow on me just like Season 2's did, but I actually really liked it from the get-go. I won't go in depth here, but there are two things worth pointing out. First, they're really hyping up an adaptation of Chapter 131, High Scores. The chapter on its own doesn't seem like much of a milestone, so I hope they'll make some changes in the adaptation. Second, something really bizarre is going on with the OP that HIDIVE uses, especially when compared to the official OP uploaded by Toho Animation. On HIDIVE, there's a shot where Takagi dons a Charlie Brown expression, a shot where Nishikata looks completely wrong, and a shot where the leading duo awkwardly obscure Mina. However, the official Toho upload has fixed these issues. Did enough people complain that Toho implemented a quick fix, or did HIDIVE accidentally use an unfinished OP for the first episode? I guess we'll have to wait and see when episode 2 comes out. We continue the Grip Strength adaptation, then seamlessly transition into the Dream adaptation that we all knew was coming. What we didn't realise was that it was going to be wild. My initial impression was that it was here to introduce the side characters and re-establish the theme that Nishikata doesn't want to be separated from Takagi, but I'm sure I'll find a lot more meaning when I inevitably analyse this story. We then move on to the Sunburn adaptation, which more or less plays out the way the source material did, followed by a pretty funny segment with Takeo and Kimura, and then some B-plot trio, which I have not grown to appreciate over time, especially not with stories like this that don't tie into the central duo. We end with an original story, New Semester. I was surprised to see another dream sequence, but the ultimate point, I hope, is to set up the season's running theme. Season 2's first episode ended with a hand-holding incident, and its last episode ended with the duo holding hands. So the fact that Season 3 starts with a dream confession is a good sign for what's to come. The fact that this is the second story after Grip Strength to reference Summer Festival tells us that this show will continue progressing. Takagi-san might be the slowest of burns, but one thing I've always admired is that it never regresses. Once the characters grow, the show never takes that back or reverts them to what they once were, which is more than I can say for a majority of romance anime. But beyond that, this episode was just pure wholesome, the way that Takagi-san has always been. I watched most of the episode with a big dumb grin on my face and that feeling of euphoria that the first season gave me all those years ago. Episode 1 was a blast and I cannot wait to see what comes next. That's all for this first impressions video. I'd like to thank my patrons, Orion Tran, Lars Espen, Data52, Geman5, Lemon Shark, Pix Caliber, Alberto Cruz, Tyler Bennett, Tenka, Jeremy Pashik, Fireclaw, Soren, Christopher Wang, and Will. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you next time.